In the previous video, we spoke about handling risky repairs. We had a customer that brought in a Galaxy Tab S2. This is the T813 model. The charging port was bad. We verified that the charging port was bad because we looked at the port under the microscope and the pins were all over the place. I have no way of knowing if the screen is good or not, but I'm gonna assume that the screen is good because the charging port does look bad. So we gave the customer a price to change the charging port and the customer agreed. Now, when we pried the back cover open, we realized that in order to change the charging board on this tablet, we have to pry the front screen open. What we did, there was a plastic piece covering the charging board. We broke that plastic piece off in hopes that we can take the charging board out from here instead of having to remove it from the front. But we were not successful because part of the board is still stuck right here. And in order to remove it, we have to unscrew 2 screws from the front, which they are under the screen. So the bottom line, we have to remove the screen in order to unscrew 2 screws in the front. Then we can safely remove the charging board. So the bottom line, we have to remove the screen in order to unscrew the 2 screws and replace the charging board on this tablet. Back then we put the tablet on hold, and I told you that anytime we are dealing with a risky repair, we have to let the customer know, because we do not want to be responsible for the screen should anything happen to it. The screen can break, the screen can crack, or something may happen to the screen. It's very thin and it's a very delicate repair. It doesn't matter where you take this tablet, the risks are going to be the same. We have to heat up the edges and then we have to pry the screen open. Now, we called the customer and we told him about the risks involved. We told him the tablet is not working anyway. It's paperweight anyway. So you either take the risk and we can try to fix the charging board for you, or you can just come and pick it up and it's not gonna work anyway. And there's no guaranteed way to remove the screen without breaking it. We're gonna do our best to remove the screen without breaking it. We have done this a lot of times, especially on the Surface Pros. So customer gave us the okay and he said, go ahead and do it. If the screen breaks, then we are not responsible for it. So that gives us the peace of mind, and it makes us more comfortable working on this device, knowing that should anything happen to the screen, we are not responsible for it. But we're gonna do our best. I'll try my best, my absolute best, to remove the screen without breaking it. So let's see how it's done. All right, so what I will be doing is use a hot air gun. We use this gun for tablets. It generates a good amount of heat. I do not use the hot air station that we have for soldering because of the small nozzle tips. The nozzle on this one is fairly big. So I want this to be hot to the touch. That's when you know that that's enough heat. So I keep feeling the screen as I put heat on the edges. Okay, so it's hot to the touch now. Just do it a few more times. Okay, like so. And now I slide a plastic card in. Now we have the plastic cord inside. So we're gonna try to work it. It's a very thin piece of plastic cord. We're gonna try to work it back and forth. Slip back out. Okay, so if we are a little bit patient, we can get the job done. And if we feel like the card is getting stuck and it's not moving, we can apply more heat. Right now I think I'm okay so far. So the middle part is good. Let me apply some more heat. I mean, it doesn't matter how hot the glass gets, in a few seconds it's gonna go back to being cold again. So we constantly have to apply heat So far we are doing good, and the card is very thin. That's a good thing because a thin card is not gonna break the glass. We do not want to go in too deep. You may touch the LCD and possibly break it, so just stay on the edges, maybe I would say 1/4 inch. If we broke the screen, then we're not gonna get paid to fix the charging board. So we always try our best. Okay, so far we are doing good. Everything is going the way it should. What happens if I pry the screen up now? You can already see that the screen is pulling out, but we're still not done. Now, one thing you have to understand is there's no fast way to do this. You have to be patient. Do not use like hard plastic cards. That's number one. Do not use like your metal prying tool. Very bad. And be super patient. I mean, we're actually going fast here. We're not. Okay, so this side is done. And this side should be done also. It's open. Just have to pry it from the bottom, and the cable should be connected on the left top side of the screen, which is located right over here. And there's a piece of tape over it, so let's take that out. And the screen is open now. Absolutely mint, perfect condition. Be all good. And that's the tape that was holding the screen to the frame. And excellent condition. So we were able to safely remove the screen. Customer is gonna be happy. As for the charging board, not port, I keep confusing. The charging board that we need to change is on the bottom here, and the stock part that has 2 screws in the front is here. So if we flip it, we should find 2 screws here. Let me take the tape out so you can see it better. And these are the 2 screws that we need to unscrew in order to remove whatever is left of the board here. It's stupid how Samsung made it that way. They do not want you to fix it. They just want you to go and buy a new one. Why would you put screws under the screen? I mean, why couldn't you just put the charging board on the back and put screws that are visible from the back? I do not see any reason why screws should be under the screen. That's crazy. But that's what we do here. We make the impossible possible. All right, so it's done. The screen is out. I do not have the charging board in stock, so I'm gonna go ahead and order one. And I don't think I need to do another video on how to replace the charging board because it's fairly easy. We take these 2 screws off from here. We take whatever is left from the charging board on the back, and then we replace the charging board and put the screen back on, put the back cover on, and call the customer. So that's it. Everything worked out great and success.